Spor ekranına hoş geldiniz. Turkish Airlines EuroLeague'de yeni sezon öncesinde Fenerbahçe Beko tarafında Coach Sarunas Jasikevicius'la birlikteyiz. Coach, it is so nice to be here back with you again. How are you?
Thank you, I'm good.
Well, of course, you are starting the season with high expectations after making it to the Final Four. Fenerbahçe fans are not expecting anything less than that and actually more than that. So how does it feel to start the season with that feeling again?
Well, I don't care. I don't care about that feeling, to be honest with you. You know, with us coaches, it's a little bit easier. We have to look one practice away, one game away, try to deal with incorporating players. I believe that all the things you just mentioned, you know, they're extremely far away. So it's really no point of looking that far away. You have to concentrate on little things, daily work, improving your team, see how we are, let's say, adjusting to the new things and the system, incorporating new guys, and I mean, the rest I don't really look that far at all.
Coach, you played this game at the highest level as a player and now you're involved as a coach. Whose job is easier? Of course it's the players, right?
Yeah, for sure it's the players, you know. I mean, the coach has to think about the whole program, basically, you know. As a player, you're mainly responsible for yourself. Yes, if you're a little bit smarter veteran players, you try to be responsible about the teammates and what the coach wants on the court, but yeah, as a coach it's a different story. Too much responsibilities with the media, with the players, with the staff, with the doctors, with the, you know, everything kind of falls on your shoulder.
You started your words with media in the first place because I know that you're not so much of a fan of being in front of the camera, but this is where we're supposed to be today.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy this one though. Coach, you took over the team last year and it wasn't a team that you built, but you took over this summer. You were able to build your own team. So what are the main differences?
Well, I don't know. First of all, everybody, for some reason, only in Turkey they are mentioning it's not your team. No, but last year's team was a great team. You know, was a very good team. So still, players, you know, were chosen by a really good coach and really good general manager. You know, so I mean, I was fortunate to have these guys. I thought there was a little bit some overlapping, let's say, in some positions. Yeah, so, you know, we try to make small adjustments, maybe go a little bit bigger guards in this situation. But, you know, there's also a lot what you want and what is on the market and what your capabilities. So you always have to go be, you know, kind of, you know, find that middle point in all of that. And let's see, you know, even I don't know what exactly we're all about at this point after 2 or 3 weeks, you know.
Yeah. Coach, the summers, I don't know if it were supposed to be easier, but lately in the market there are less players because of the situation in NBA and the money being more tight in Europe, I don't know. But how many of your main goals were you able to reach this summer in terms of the players you were looking to sign and sign?
Yeah. Well, I think we signed the players very, you know, we came to agreement with some of the players very quickly. I think we were not successful to find the 5-position player so quickly. You know, some things didn't work out, some things we were not sure about. Next thing you know, now in the last 10 days we find 2, you know, that we are very happy about right now. So let's see.
I guess your priority was Wade Baldwin. It seemed that way because he was one of the first signings of this summer. So how is that expectation-wise going for you?
Like I said, you know, I don't really have any kind of expectations. You know, we're still in the process of figuring things out. How he is, you know, he's coming injured, obviously after missing the last 2 months with Maccabi. You know, we try and take it slow with him, not force it. After you coming from such a long-term injury, obviously he's not going to be 100%, but. You know, the season is long. I mean, every time you get the caliber player like he is, you're trying to sign those guys, and you know. But it's not just him. You know, we wanted to have a little bit more shooting, a little bit more veteran presence. You know, so we have those in Bonzi, Devon Hall, and Nico Meli. So you know, in general, we should be very happy with how we did it.
Coach, from Nick Galates, who everybody thinks of as a pure point guard, to Wade Baldwin. What are the differences over here that we're going to see?
Well, I mean, obviously the strengths of the players are different. You know, Nick is a pass-first point guard. Wade is this dynamic guy, you know, who's a scorer, who can run the team, you know, a little bit more get inside the paint kind of guy. Like I said, they are different. There's no question. So now we just need to be patient and see how we can put the pieces together and how we can help the players to be the best version of themselves.
And I mean, I don't know what his expectations are of you as one of the best point guards of the history of EuroLeague. What does he expect of you, Coach? Does he talk to you maybe more than he should?
Well, I mean, we're trying to communicate. Obviously, he's going to be an important piece, but you know, it's not the time right now to talk a lot about expectations and everything. Like I said, you know, this is a preseason part. We're trying to get in shape, first of all. We're trying to get to know each other. And hopefully every week we can just improve, and that would be the biggest goal.
And Coach, in the preseason games, we are kind of seeing Devon Hall and Marko Guduric also are taking some minutes in the point guard position from time to time. So how do you also like their creativity levels? Right
well, I think the best thing for me as a coach is that they're all different. You know, they're all different, and I thought the mix of Devon and Wade is a really good one. You know, they are different. Then Marco, you know, is probably going to be a little bit of emergency point guard. He did play a lot of point guard last year, and we were successful with him. But, you know, it's just a luxury of having all these players where you can change the positions, and that's what we're looking for a lot.
I mean, Wade and Bonzi Colson, they already had a real good connection from last year. Actually, in my notes, I have this number. Wade had 38 assists to Bonzi, which was 13 more to his assists than Josh Nebo. I mean, a guard giving more assists to a wing player, that's a special thing to have, I guess, to have that connection already set in place. So what is this transition like to have two good players from the same team to...
Yeah, I mean, you know, they know one another. Like we said, two different guys. For them, offensively, we don't really touch many things. I think for them the biggest issue is how, you know, to defend. The defensive system probably is different from Maccabi. Like I said, you know, just need to be patient.
It's all gonna take time, but for sure there's something to take advantage of
here.
For
sure.
Coach, I mean, we all talk about this team right now. In the preseason, this team will run more this season. We will see Fenerbahçe having more transition points, but not just, I guess, full court, but at half court too. So how important is this to have more options for you? What's the main plan here?
Well, yeah, I think this is what we try to do now, to get a little bit more shooting. I think Bonzi and Devon Hall is very important piece in that. I mean, they're such a great, you know, spot shooters, and in Bonzi's case, off the move shooter. You know, we trying to add a lob threat in Cam. You know, Boban, I think he can still do some damage around the basket. But you know, you have your ideas about this team. I have my ideas. Obviously, we just need to slowly start, you know, implementing things, and it's not easy.
With more early actions and more movements to be involved in this team, are we going to see Fenerbahçe breaking more records even than last year? Because we had many last year.
Yeah, I mean, we were fortunate enough to find this offensive groove in one part of the season where we seem to be breaking records. So let's see if we can do it. That'd be amazing, you know, but let's see what happens.
Coach, Nicola Melli is a great veteran for sure. He has been in this job for a long time, but he was also one of the first signings of this team. Expectations, let's talk about it. Fenerbahçe era, in his first time, he was more like a foreman, but later on in his career, he became more of a stretch five. So in which role are we going to see Nicola Melli playing in here?
Well, both 100%. And one more time, this is a luxury, you know, of having the players if you can change the position. Obviously, you know, different player than Nigel, different player than Sertac or Cam. So this is a luxury, you know, to adjust a little bit to how you want to play that game, to adjust a little bit to your opponent. And I thought we needed more veteran presence, and you know, I think he will play a big key around the team. You know, just by getting the team to play the right way of basketball.
And we also see him in preseason games passing the ball a lot to the wings, actually, from short rolls. So how much of a luxury is it to have also? He has great knowledge of basketball,
exactly.
and this is something you were using last year, especially in the playoff times when we had the short roll passes. We had more options to have.
Well, he just knows how to play overall. So I mean, you know, you have to use it. He gets involved in many situations. I think he enjoys passing the ball, and we have to use that.
And I mean, to the wings, he passes, as I said, but I think you can do a lot of damage with your wing players this season, with Nigel, with Bonzi, with Tarek, with Disham. Do you think maybe you have the best rotation in EuroLeague on the wings?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I haven't thought about it. But you know, like I said, we like what we have. But whatever is going on right now is just on the paper. You know, so everything on the paper, everything needs to be transformed here. And you know, one more time, you know, we don't have a lot of different expectations. We're just trying to figure things out as we go.
Coach, of course, Nigel was one of the main guys of last year. He had done great things for himself and for the team. And the words were like he might leave for the NBA in the summer. So that was a process for Fenerbahçe. You kept him in the team. Did you get involved? Did you talk to him in this process? And
no, there's nothing to be involved. You know, he had a contract. I think we extended the contract even more. Nothing to get involved with. I know Nigel, like most of the players, have a dream of playing in NBA, but ultimately he's here and we're happy about that.
Yeah, every Fenerbahçe fan is happy about that, I'm sure of it. And there has been a lot of things to do in the last 10 days. As you said, you signed 5 men because Luka Samanic, he left. And what was the situation there from you? Can we listen to it, Coach?
With what?
With Luka Samanic, his departure process, and later on.
Well, like I said, you know, if somebody asks to leave, you know, a lot of times you just have to accommodate and go into the market. We were happy with Luka; he was doing a very good job, but he felt that he needed to be somewhere else, and not much we can do, you know. So I think at this point we have Cam for about a week, doing a great job considering the short time he was with us, and we'll see with Boban. Obviously, very intriguing player, and you know, just got here yesterday and haven't really had an opportunity to practice yet. So we will see what's going to happen with him.
These were, I guess, opportunity signings, and you were looking for more options at the 5 position, as you said in the start of our interview. So, should we expect maybe more signings from Fenerbahçe?
I cannot answer that. I think we'll start the season how we are right now, and we always say, you know, a club like Fenerbahçe always must be on the market, always trying to improve. But at the same time, you know, my job is to work here with the guys that I have, and I'm very happy with what I have.
I'm sure, Coach. And you said last year's roster maybe had some overlapping, but this year we see a lot of teams signing a lot of big names and actually having deeper rotations than before. So do you think this is overlapping right now in some teams, or the competition requires you to have deeper bench every year?
I think every team is trying to improve. Obviously, you know, they have specific situation going on in Greece. As soon as one wins something big, the other one is in panic.
Spending more money.
Yeah, and vice versa. You know, we've seen it over the last 15, 20 years. I mean, we're trying to improve. Everybody's trying to do a good job, and I think in general, you know, the top European teams all are doing a very good job.
And what do you think in terms of the whole league, the quality level of EuroLeague is at right now?
Oh, I think it's like every year. It's going to be extremely difficult. The teams are extremely good, and like I said, but we can talk all we want right now. Everything is only on paper right now, so we will see.
Yeah, we will see. We are really looking forward for the season to start. We're going to have a Turkish derby in the round 2 actually early on in the season. So how do you feel about this rivalry? Efes made some moves also. This is always great to watch.
I mean, we expect Efes to be very good every year. I mean, you know, the team with a great tradition, great budget, great roster, great minds in the bench and in the offices, putting teams together. I mean, they're going to be good. It's not a question. I normally try to focus on my own part usually and not to look somewhere else. But we expect Efes to be one of the top teams in the EuroLeague. So I think this is exactly where they will be.
For sure. Coach, as I said, the fans, after the Final Four, they expect more. Any messages to the fans that you want to say through us?
I mean, I don't know why it's so important in Turkey to send always every interview a message for the fans, you know. I mean, the fans know that, you know, they are a huge part of what we do here. You know, we expect them to support us, I guess, you know, and we always say the same things, you know, be patient, support us. The players are doing the best, and we will always do the best for Fenerbahçe.
Coach, I wish you a healthy season above everything else, first of all.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coach Saras Jasikevicius'la birlikteydik ancak burada sohbetimizi noktalandırıyoruz. Hoşçakalın.